ether. It's just, I just knocked over so many beads. I don't know why I said it right there. So, off to a strong start. Oh, you see Jana Dosh. He's my favorite comedian ever. Like, shoot. Well, I'm just gonna pick this up real quick. Great. Okay, so. They're all beads that I just prepared too. Oh, there's so many. Okay, that's a later problem. So, I finally got my watercolor paints in. I got a really good deal offered to me on eBay, and yeah, it said the reason why I was really excited is because like it said they were in the U.S. shipping from the U.S. and you know that takes no time to get, like a week or something, but few weeks went by and I kept messaging like, hey, is this gonna be shipped? Because it wasn't showing anything. And he's like, yeah, it's been shipped, don't worry about it. And then finally I asked, is this being shipped from US? Like, because I don't mind at all. It's just waiting for packages physically hurts. And like eBay is kind of my door to the outside world. And that's how I get all my supplies. Besides OfferUp and locally. And that's when he told me that it was actually shipping from Lithuania. And so they're well-traveled watercolors. And this is Nevskaya Palitra. White Nights watercolor tubes. I've heard really good things about them, and I'm really excited. They're from St. Petersburg. They're from St. Petersburg in Russia, and I'm guessing they're a little old. And yeah, so I don't even know how I'm going to, well, I'm gonna organize them first because they were on a very long journey to get here. Ooh, I'm so excited. I find that like Derwent's from the UK, really good, really pigmented colors, and the Chinese mailing kit, incredible. I think Paul Rubens owns them. I'm not sure where Paul Rubens is based yet, but I've been finding better quality and like more pigmented things, kind of looking all over the world rather than just locally. And one reason why I really liked it is because look at the many reds and shades of reds it comes with, and blues, my two favorite. I like every color. Every day I have a different favorite color also. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I feel nice and fresh in there. Which is one something I was a little worried about. Took it about 3 weeks for these to get here, and it would be quite painful to have to wait another few weeks for refunds. Okay, I have a little piece of paper ready. I'm not really gonna write down what is what. Well, I'll put the numbers next to it. Most of them are in, oh, okay. There's Cyrillic on one side, and then in English. What is the English alphabet called? Hello, Habu Hot Gaming. I hope I said that right. I got some watercolor paints, and they finally arrived, and I'm really excited to try these. Even though my watercolor phase was kind of last week, so a lot of my stuff is not put away, but I've been doing some jewelry making the last day or two, and yeah, so, and it's all under here, which I didn't think about because the computer's there. Maybe I'll put the computer on this. I started trying to get back into beading, making stuff like this. I was gifted a ton of seed beads. I don't know if you could see down here. I was given a ton of seed beads in every single color. Like, I put the rainbow here, and then all of these little, I'm so stoked to have access to this many colors now, because I don't know, you don't have to hold yourself back now. And you can find bulk seed beads and seed bead lots on OfferUp, eBay. Sometimes on eBay you could put if they don't have anything, just put an alert, and if anybody posts anything based off of that search, it'll notify you. So anytime I'm looking for a certain craft supply and it's not there yet, that's exactly what I'll do. As well, if you see something on eBay, maybe if it's not the last one and you don't really want to take any chances, you want to scoop it up, like the item or watch the item. 9 times out of 10 I find that the seller will send me an offer and I'll get it for an even better price. Even items that don't have make it offer as an option. I kind of want a bead though. I don't want to, because I didn't organize the desk at all. Trying to think about credit card processing, because right now my website doesn't take payments, and of course I have PayPal and Venmo, but I can't put a widget on the site because I need business PayPal, business Venmo, but you could find the PayPal and Venmo in the how to check out section, and yeah, I really like this. And I'm just gonna keep going, and maybe it'll be a coaster or something, or a really big necklace. I messed up a few times on it, but this time I made myself keep going rather than just stopping, or stopping and starting something else. Okay, stuck on the little beads that I dropped. So I guess I'll put, oh my god. Oops, I have not had any coffee yet, and I'm not. Oh, that was a sound. That was very harsh. I'm sorry about that. And I don't want to put the beading stuff away, because then I'll be in the same boat as I am with watercolor. I have to take everything out. That's why I'm trying to make all these kind of sections. and little areas to create, so I don't have to keep doing that. Because I do a little sewing, I do a little like stitch work, I do resin and beading and painting, but I don't do like one thing all the time. I kind of switch in between crafts. And my phone is acting up for some reason. Oh God, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this? I'm born here in Florida and lived here ever since. And yeah. Where are you from? I really like your name. Pabu Hot. I like words I've never seen before. Oh. Ooh. Oh. This isn't going well at all. Oh well. So how much is this? That's gonna be good enough. I'm just gonna do it in pen. Oop. This is just a swatch. Oh. This is just a swatch to keep in with all the other. What the hell? This is not going well. Oh, quickie. Philippines, very nice. One thing I like to ask like people from everywhere in the world, because potatoes are used by just about every culture and on just about every continent and island. Do you have any favorite potato dishes that are common or popular in the Philippines? What am I doing wrong? Good enough. And crafts also. I really love worldwide crafts because just like potatoes, everybody has their own way of using a certain material or supply. Oops, that was uneven. Good enough. And my friend Kathy, very dear friends, we met at the library. Fries? We have fries. I want to look up some. Hold on. You guys got the crispy fries. Yeah, that's what french fries are supposed to look like. Something as simple as french fries, they're just, I don't know. There's never a bad time for fries. You can always eat them. And Will's actually from Scotland, and he got me into dipping fries into curry sauce. Because here, it's just ketchup. Sometimes people use mayonnaise. But, like, in the UK, like, the malt vinegar, so good on it. I remember I tried it once when I was a kid, and I was like, but now I can't get enough of it. And, God, now I want some fries. And, well, hello, Mr. Self-Destruction. On a fry tangent, because ever since I had that thought the other day of, like, potatoes are consumed in just about every country, but, like, they're consumed in different ways. And, Mr. Pabuhat here is from the Philippines, so I figured I'd ask, what do y'all do with potatoes? And, said fries, but their fries are like those perfect, like, classic crispy fries. And I guess they're really big for street food. Can't go wrong with fries. Will got me into dipping fries in curry sauce, because that's what is really big in Scotland. And that's another thing, you can't go wrong with curry sauce, like, ever. I don't think it's possible. My friend Kathy, a really dear friend of mine, she now lives in Oregon, sent me some actual paint brushes. I've been using makeup brushes this whole time, and just, like, dollar store brushes. And, so... Oh, don't run that over. And this thing, which I've never seen or heard of before, it feels like an eraser. Feels like an eraser, and I'm not sure what, like, the mechanics behind these little flaps are. I met her in the library. It was with, I don't know who it was with, but, she was sitting there reading something, and I just kind of, like, sat. I was in that same area. We started up a conversation, and somehow, like, a common, casual, like, passerby conversation turned into an in-depth conversation about our favorite conspiracies, and we've been friends ever since. And she's a really, really, like, talented artist, like, insanely talented. Look at the world's worst. Never mind. I'm not gonna talk. I'm constantly berated by the mailman. Oh, if you don't fix the road, like, we're not gonna deliver to you anymore. Fix the road? What do I look like? Anyway. I need a plate or something. I've never used tubes before. I usually use these things, and it's already, like, just dry, and you add water to it, and it turns into, like, magic. These are just like regular paint, but when they dry, you can still use them. It just turns into, like, regular watercolor paint. And I have a hard time filling in backgrounds. Like, this one kind of came out cool. But the background wasn't that big because her face is in the way. I have a hard time doing large areas. I started working on this one. And I know watercolors are supposed to be splotchy and stuff. Like, real, like, it does what it does. And that's, like, the fun behind it. But, I'm not doing something. There's something I'm not doing right. Because, I don't think I'm adding enough water to it, and I'm picking up too much of the pigment itself, and I'm making, I'm just kind of wasting it. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That looks incredible. I love stuff like, especially with meat that's stewed down. I call it like medieval food. I love it. It's like, it always comes out well, but it's whatever. We've made it like where it's just steak and like some old celery that's been in there, and it is so good. And it just tastes like something you'd like eat in a back alley of a castle, and you're a peasant, and you're wearing burlap, but you're happy, and you have your family and all of your teeth because you can't afford sugar. Perfect. Dream goals. Yeah, no, that looks like, it's just like those type of dishes are so nourishing. And like, even when it's hot out, it's incredible. When I was a kid, I used to always go, there's a really dense Latin culture here, which every day I'm thankful for. When I was a kid, like, I don't know, I failed to see like, the fact there is culture like in America. Because like, you know, and like now everybody's like, well, if it's not your culture, you can't play with it. Um, but Florida has so many amazing cultures. It's just so rich. There's so much cuisine and art and like all that, and it just makes more sense to me. Like, I'll always prefer a Spanish market over than Publix. They have so much meat, and it's actually affordable. It's amazing. And I used to, at school lunch, it was like $5, and you get one tiny little piece of pizza that's not even like from a place. I mean, obviously, it's like frozen pizza. But a block down, there's this strip of like all Spanish businesses, like tax offices, and all kinds of shops. There's a supermarket there that's like a half a block away. $3.50. You got a massive plate of rice with huge chunks of chicken all up in it. It was incredible. Ate that for years too. I'm kind of nervous. I might change into my paint dress because I know I'm wearing black, but I plant plants and I do a lot of crafts and I have a pig and I do a lot of work outside. I don't have a lot of clothes left that don't have stains on it or tears, and so I think I might throw on a garbage dress. Oh, I guess I have this. Well, I'm just gonna throw on the garbage dress because I'll be able to move around. Got my German belt on today. I really like this, and it'll fit me for the rest of my life. Look at all those holes. And it's just your classic German style belt. Women would wear it with dirndls, and oh my god, I forgot what it's called. The dresses. Oh, I think the whole thing is called a dirndl. dirndl. It's the most perfect. Oh, I can't say that. I can't say anything is the most perfect about German culture. It's the most perfect, like, traditional dress. I love it so much. If it looks like just like Disney princesses or something. Let me pull a picture. I did not even look in the mirror before coming up in here. Turn. And lederhosen. I am a huge fan of lederhosen. Oh. I was like, what's that called? It's just, they're so perfect. I've been saying for years that these are gonna come back in style, like come to style here, because they're still just as relevant today in Germany and Switzerland and other places, other yodel-centric places, and they're just hard to get here, and unless you want like a costume one, and they're like $200, and I don't spend $200 on anything, let alone a dirndl. One day. I do have alerts up on eBay though. I want to change into my craft dress. I can get off. Yeah. We are both hermits to the extreme. I don't know where I got this dress. A lot of like people will get like, oh, I'm going through my closet and I'm gonna bring all the stuff and I'm gonna donate it. I'll be like, bring it over here. And whatever I can't use, I'll donate it. Because like I say, I do a lot of work here that I feel it's almost dumb for me to buy clothes like at full price because I'm gonna destroy them like very soon, and that's why I don't wear vintage if I'm doing any like things that I could spill. And what do I? Okay. Oh, my hair has a different part today. Wow, potatoes are expensive. That's another thing I never really think about too. Well, I think about it. I don't never really think about it. But this is, I'm distracted now. It's like for instance, Spanish needle is the weed that I constantly consume, and it's just called a weed because they grow in like cracks in the pavement and anywhere, and like they're known to be a garden pest, even though it's the third pollinator here in Florida, and it's really important. So I tend to leave little clumps of it, and anytime anybody has any allergies, I recommend they eat that. Obviously, like, do your own research first, because that's like one of the easiest and freest way, like not even cheap, but it's absolutely free to get local pollen in your system. The flowers are totally edible, and they're actually quite peppery, and they grow just about everywhere. I even saw some in Colorado, although they were scraggly, but they had dandelions everywhere. I was so jealous. And this girl's like, yeah, no, I really wish you could stop getting the dandelions to grow on the lawn. You don't realize how lucky you are. You don't realize how lucky you are. I've never found a dandelion. I've found like one or two, and they're so sad looking that I really want to go up to North Florida, because that's where you can find the chanterelle mushrooms and better chance finding dandelions. And I'm really, really big into local edibles, because I find that I know so many people that walk around starving all day, passing mango trees, passing Spanish needle everywhere, and passing all the grubs in the soil, even though I haven't yet tried to eat a grub. But I want to. You know, the fact that we're like the weird ones that don't eat insects is what, you know, I try to think about. Oh yeah, I have a thing. This is embarrassing now. This is my paint thing. I actually think this was Christina's a long time ago when her mom pawned off like this box of stuff. I grabbed a bottle of acetone instead of alcohol. I used to stay up days on end just making stuff and never leaving the house, just making stuff. And I grabbed a bottle of acetone, so it's got this horrific texture on a lot of the surfaces, and nothing will come off now. But that's okay, because I got all these little pans. I should rinse it out real quick, but I'm not going to. And I think what I'm going to do is just open them and then dab it and then do it. I'm probably not even going to squeeze any on it, because I'm not really prepared to actually draw anything. I just want to. And I was going to film it as an unboxing so I could add it to the playlist, but I'm in between way too many like little projects, and I keep like, I had here organized so beautifully, but I keep jumping around. Like last night I was supposed to be preparing the desk, and I made this. It's really nice. I messed up a bunch of times, but it's a practice thing. And because the person that I got all these beads, they're an incarcerated male, like so I want to do more beading videos to kind of show people that you don't have to be like a quirky chick to do beading or something, because there's like so many things that you can make with it, and it's just like a basic weave, and when you know how to do that with one thing, you can do it with anything. And you know, it might be like, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's worth learning how to make things. And you know, I know a lot of dudes don't want to make jewelry, but I'm 90% sure this is like what will get dudes laid. Like, I feel like if that's an issue, I don't know, I'm like borderline asexual myself. I'm not that, but I do want to teach, like, I always wanted to make it's ironic that I have inmate beads, because I always wanted to make a crafts thing that I could go to the local jails to teach how to make new objects out of byproducts, so when they're out, they could source that byproduct, whatever it is. It could be Coke cans or whatever, and put those tips to use instantly and have a hobby instantly. I used to volunteer at the old folks center. My grandma was never supposed to go into an old folks home, but like, I don't know, I like removed myself from my family, honestly. It was all very traumatic. I was trying to get her to move into my apartment, like, shit, like, I would have loved that so much. My grandma was like an angry German lady, and yeah, I can't wait till 2035 and we could commune with the dead, apparently. You've seen that Twitter, right? It's, it was like it's a Japanese profile, and they're from the future, and they have all these predictions, and that was one of the predictions, that we'll be able to commune with the dead in 2035. Oh, no worries at all. And I have an Instagram, if you're on Instagram. I finally like broke down. I got an Instagram like a few years ago for my site, and so I felt like I had something to share and show people. And every time oh, do you have an Instagram? Nobody has Instagram anymore. It's great for small businesses, though, I will say that. I'm supposed to have a list so I could copy and paste. Well, I'm going to be doing more videos on side hustles and stuff, because there's been quite a few people where I helped in that regards, because I've survived my whole life on side hustles. Like, didn't make it to college, like, never was hired because my voice is too high pitched or something. I mean, it was to the point I was trying to be a caretaker, or not a caretaker, a cremation technician. Doesn't require training. And I couldn't even get that. I don't know what it is. Even, I tried my whole life getting jobs into plants and landscaping. Nobody would hire me. But now I have, like, an edible jungle that I grow myself and with Will. And now, like, I actually have something to show. People want my hands. But there's little side hustles that, especially, like, the natural things that you could find, like, on the beaches. There's certain shells, like cat's eyes, that you can make quite a good killing, and it's absolutely free. And like stuff that people use for crafts. I got one of my friends into talking to the caretaker of a cemetery, and it sounds weird, I get it, but a lot of people in certain spiritual practices use cemetery dirt for stuff. And if you could find the grave of, like, somebody who killed somebody, that's like $25 a bag for dirt, because people use it in their practices and stuff like that. And especially plants and plant matter, which a lot of it only grows in tropical areas. Very nice. I just love how this Pedro Aguada Gomez. No, I get it, I really do. I tiptoe my way in when I'm telling other people about it, but there's so many little niches that for different like groups of people, like especially with tools and supplies, like feathers. If you find feathers, people would rather, a lot of like artists who try to make everything ethical will go out of their way to get feathers that are found by people. And same thing with shells. And I'm sure in the Philippines there's gorgeous, like, not only plants that grow easily from cutting, but the seeds. You just gotta make sure they're totally legal, and if wherever you're shipping, it's fine there too. But there's a lot. Like, I never come back home empty-handed. I always come back with maybe a river stone to paint from, like, a landscaped area, or and like people buy those. I think my point is, like, I have a big bag of pebbles from the beach, and the ones that have holes in them, I sell them for $19 a piece. Granted, it's not very often that they sell, but I have them available, and the shop just bought a few of them to put in their store in Oregon, and it's just stones that I found on the beach. If you look up hag stones or Odin stones, they're a symbol of luck and, like, a few other things in many different traditions, but you can literally make a living off of selling hag stones, and in order to do that, you just go to the beach. That's it. And again, cat's eye shells. There's commodities everywhere and products everywhere, and a lot of the stuff that, like, I used to call my garden the stolen garden because it was all from cuttings and seeds. I didn't buy a single thing, and I still don't. Now I got $3 in my PayPal anyway, so I'm not buying anything regardless. And my site doesn't take credit card processing, and I find that nobody wants to message somebody and be like, "Can I buy this?" Let me look up what this is real quick. Blackwing. Oh, it's a. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. This is a pencil. It's a pencil. I'm sitting here like, what does this do? It feels like an eraser. It's an eraser. Oh my god. I gotta show this to Will. This is a Gucci pencil. I like it. I'm stoked. I gotta get my pencil sharpener, and well, I have on these this. I want to say hi. My old high school, like 10 years ago, was probably even longer. I have no idea what year it is or how old I am, but they were throwing this away. This is not the most beautiful. And I'll use one of my old pencils because I want to tighten the thing in it. Not that one. This one is so special to me. I went to an archaeological meet and I got this Historical Society pencil. Prized possession. There's two things I have to grab from the room actually, because I wanted to show this pencil. And you pull it out and it grabs onto it, and when you sharpen it, it slowly sucks. Does that say Germany? Hey! Of course Stetler's Germany, the D and the T. I'm a dork. I don't have, I'm born in the, you know, so any culture that, like, I could draw from my ancestry, because those are the ones I'm allowed to touch. So that's why I'm in this whole, like, super German phase, because, nobody will get mad at me. Which, I'm totally against it. I study cultures just as a hobby, and, I don't know. I find I have a really well-rounded, like, not understanding, because I could communicate with, like, people all over. I have nothing, I don't know. I just happy all the time, and I like to read and things. The shame is I can't communicate it with other people or talk to it about it with other people without being made to feel like I'm not allowed to read certain things. It's like, okay, fascist, but regardless, I think everybody should study every culture that has ever existed, and only then are we really going to be able to understand each other, or at least, like, have a thought of what somebody is coming from, because, like, humor is different, and I don't know, it's like when you start reading again and you could, like, enunciate clearer or, like, speak clearer. It's like that, but with people. And human connection is one of the most important things in the world. Without it, we can't work together, certainly can't live together. I mean, we're all harmoniously in the shopping market. Like, nobody's, I mean, of course, like, crazy things happen, but, you know, oh, I love your shoes, or that's a really cool shirt, I love that band, or something like that. I have no idea if those people, like, believe what I believe. Do I care? Absolutely not. At all. My opinions change more than I change my outfits, which is all the freaking time. And, I feel like if your opinions don't change, well, you must be a bot. But, you know, you just gotta open your mind a little bit more. I think, I don't know. I think things that people disagree with, like, you should find out why. And, you know, like, I don't know, we all drink water, we all need water to survive, we all love our families, like, we all like to laugh, like, it's just what, I don't know. It's all these weird little barriers, and it's not even, like, people putting them up, it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna show Will this pencil real quick. and I remembered, okay, so I keep forgetting to show this. This is one of my favorite items ever. And I found it like in the bottom of a drawer, of course. It's the smallest pencil I own, and it's from Time Magazine. Oh, it's got a little, I don't know why this exists, but I love it. And then this is from like, probably an old planner or something, but it's so, I don't know, I like it. So I keep them in this little, probably was a sewing kit from, one of my first favorite yard sales I've been to is this, Norma, born Norman, and she always traveled the world and I was like maybe 12 when I went to the yard sale, and she was like in her 70s and she was finally letting go of some stuff. The backpack I used in high school has a real working clock on it. I'm actually going to be using it as my computer bag now. And yeah, I thought of a point when I was out there too. I can't wait to, I might want to sharpen this, like make its own. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make, oh, that's great. I'm gonna make a separate video for that, and then do this. I'm only gonna use these. Oh god, they're big brushes now. I'm gonna use this one, and I'm just going to use them for watercolors. And do I not have a little bowl? Uh-oh. I don't want to keep leaving. Let me find a dish here. I've got this one, but it's all. I saved my pig's like baby food thing. I can't find it. All my dishes have stuff in them. Oh god. I have this airsoft like pellet pew pew, and since it's clear plastic, we're gonna take it apart and put LED lights in it and make a little thing. I think I have to run out and get a dish. And I have water. Oh, I don't have water. Oh yeah, man. That's from St. Augustine, and it has some holy water mixed in with it, you know, just for fun. And okay, what am I gonna do? So I might do it like this, because the red ones are gonna be my favorite, I'm sure. And I'd like those to be the biggest. Shoot, I think I need a dish still. One day I will be prepared. That's supposed to be like my motto in life, and I'm never prepared. Yeah, actually that's more than fine. I use my Facebook just as like a way to, I mean, I don't think I know anybody on Facebook besides a few people anyway. My name is, how do I put a little thing? Here we go. No, what do I want? Oh, it's an alligator. Or a pig. No, I don't want an alligator. Oh, I want a camel. Why is it moving? Where's the gator? Gator. I love gators. There's always about like 3 to 5 hanging out up front, and they're really calm. They're a little like, they literally remind me of Blue the pig. And yeah. So, God, this stream started like an hour ago, and I'm finally getting into the swatch. I'm gonna start with this color because I'm really excited for this one. Now I don't know how like Cyrillic is properly pronounced, But I was so paranoid when I was a kid that people were gonna read my journals, because I have stacks and stacks of just notebooks full of just thoughts, I guess, and notes. So to write them, I'd use the Cyrillic alphabet to write everything. And yeah. I know there's a few of the letters that I just kind of made up sounds for, but that's how I went about journaling. Oh, I can use this water too. It's lucky because it's got a crystal in it. And I put it in the sun, so like, I don't know. You never know, okay? I really do need a dish though. Crap, I'm sorry. I need to make like a thing that says, don't have my life together, BRB. Okay, for some reason I can't find a dish, and this is all I can find. I have all these tiny bowls for this reason. I mean, I have my jar, it's just, I don't feel like washing it yet. It's all dirty. Maybe I'll throw some water in it so it can soak, and then I have to, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll be, so yeah, got it. We got some towels here. Okay, I'm so excited I can't even bring myself to get started. Put my hair up, maybe. Mambi, Pambi. What is that from? You know, like there's always like these weird like word combinations like yo-yo ma, but the other one is Mambi Pambi. I think I heard it on a Progressive commercial. Why would it exist? Huh. Oh. Mambi Pambi. So it means something like incomplete or something. Maybe I'll use a hair tie. I don't know, I feel like I have, I was caught in the umbilical cord, and then I was cut out, so I feel like that's, I don't anyway, got some water. found this bottle at Dollar Tree. Okay. I'm nervous for some reason. Maybe I will use that thing actually. Did I lose it? Oh, sorry. Okay. So, this is the White Nights watercolor set. Let me just try to... Is some water in it? Oh, there's a little bit of soap in there, but I'm not gonna... Okay. I'm not gonna scoot that on that again. Just not a good scent. Okay. I'm gonna use this. These are Transin, and this is number 3, number 8, and number 7. And I'm gonna use this numero 3. Okay. Oh, they don't have the pokey things on the bottles. I don't have to use. Crap. Oh, what's coming out? Uh-oh. Okay, okay. Okay. Oops. Okay, so I didn't want that much at all. So I'm gonna put some up here. I'm gonna add water. Oh yeah. And I have really shaky hands. I don't know why, but I'm really bad at like doing straight lines and stuff. And I'm actually not really sure how watercolors work, like how much water to use. It's not flowing as much as I thought it would. I'm also using the back of the paper. Huh. I like it. It's gonna be a lot easier to do backgrounds, but the flow is let me try a different color. I really am not enjoying the thought of having to open all these. Let me use this. Perfect. I keep this little dart. I have one of those grids that you could use to bend wire, and sometimes the plastic rings are hard to get off, so I just use an old this thing. Color is a little putrid. English red. Yeah, it's like the color of beans. I'm not judging, I'm not hating or anything. That was so smooth! Oh my god. Holy shit. Alright, I spoke too soon. That's so good. It's so smooth. need to get more water on it. That's so smooth. Look how like perfect and opaque it is. Oops. Right out the line. I really have these useless shaky hands. And it smooths out so easily. I always have the idea I'm gonna like make a gradient so I could see like the light value as opposed to like fully opaque, but I always just end up doing solid. That was so smooth though. I was hating on that color so bad. Oh my god. Alright. So I'm gonna do those. Madder Lake Red, which I have this in the other kit. See what I wanted to a napkin dress. No. What the hell? What the hell? That one was on a mission. What? That's why I don't like opening the tubes, because they just come right out. And look how much I have now. But that's okay, because they could rehydrate. So one reason why I can't start working with the, what's it called? Oh, I forgot to do the numbers on it. This is the most beautiful red I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Thank you, Kathy, for these brushes. This is the most pleasurable experience. These are really enjoyable. I wish I was prepared to do a piece. I have a bad habit of overly preparing, so I'll sit there and prepare the spot, all that. That was, maybe if I, okay. Ruby. I want to do this one first. Carmine, because it looks a little pink. Well, no. Alright, so maybe I will stick to the smaller needle. This is just a yarn needle. Okay. I should have used the cells. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Whoa. Wow. Oh my god, it's just like so, it's really, really nice. I think if I knew this, I would have got these a long time ago, and I wouldn't have gotten as many of the pans. These are incredible. I don't know what was up with that first one. Okay, so now this is Carmine. be enough. A little goes a long way. Wow. Oh, maybe I needed more. Huh? I need a little more. No sabía de tristezas ni de lágrimas de nada que me hicieran llorar. Forgot the rest. So that was Carmine, and I'm not writing any of the numbers down like I thought I was going to, so let me do that. Oh yeah. 8 is fine. 609. 3. Yeah. I'm supposed to write the numbers. I'm writing the names. Shoot. That's alright. I'll just keep doing the name. Cadmium. A lot of people avoid using cadmium paints. They are actually toxic. Cadmium is no joke. That's all I know. I will look it up right after. That's pretty though. That's pretty though. That's really, really pretty though. I'm just gonna do it right here. I'm just gonna do it right on there. Oh, close this. I'm really happy with these. Definitely the nicest paints that I own right now. And the nicest brushes. I really am just blown away by how nice these are. And they came all the way from St. Petersburg, Russia. One thing you won't find me hating on any culture. Hell no. I love everybody all the time. Unless you're an asshole. And then, in that case, I like you even more for some reason. I don't know. I'm just that kind of way. Oops. a bunch on here, so I'm gonna try to put it here for later use. But I killed our cat. Jesus, I really am blown away. Look at the vibrancy. Like, how? So stoked. I really wish I didn't have all that red sitting there, though. Really, I'm not prepared to do anything with it. Okay, so this 217. And this is carmine or cadmium. I think that was that anyway. Yep. It's my little needle. Where you my little needle, so I can bet but I'm so inebriated that I cannot see 3 feet in front of me. I never got to sing that song literally. When I was a kid, I was quite into Alkaline Trio. I still am, to be honest. Their earlier stuff. I'm sure I'll get into the later stuff eventually. Like, I didn't like Pinback's newer album for the longest time, and now I'm jamming it like every day. And that's not to say I didn't like it. It's just you know that millennial woo or whatever, like whoa whoa or whatever. Like they put that in one of their songs, and I was like, picked up some dusk dirt. Work with a lot of plants and stuff, so I got stuff everywhere. I'm working on a packaging section now, but not in here. So I could get as professional as possible. So that was cadmium orange. As I look at my hand, okay. This is raw sienna. Oh. No. Tubes. I just don't like being tubes. I'm gonna put this one here for some reason. Ew. Ew. This is the grossest color I've ever seen in my life. Burnt sienna on my arse. That is straight baby poo. Yeah, this is really gross looking. It looks like fecal matter. I like how it doesn't like cover really or like spread. It's like very gnarly. Like looks better that I got it all smoothed out, but oh my god. I think with my face, I usually tell if I like something or not just by the horrific look on my face. Yellow ochre, and this is dry enough to write on. Usually I do them all in order, like the best of my ability, but for some reason I'm really excited for them, and I know if I just get this swatch done, I'll be able to use them anytime. Like the one kit that I use every day is I didn't open it for like 2 or 3 weeks because I so wanted to do the unboxing at the fort in St. Augustine, and just never got a chance. And so yeah. This one looks gross too. I'm gonna put it down here. Like I get that you use this, like there's uses for all of it, but by it itself, this one's nicer. People have their things that they don't like and they like. And I'm sure that burnt sienna is beautiful to some people by itself. Oh, that's another thing, like you can mix these really well. So, I mean, you can mix watercolors too. I've heard people say you can't, but I mean, I do. And like I see a lot of people do. Poo color. What is that? That's kind of hot in here. I should turn on the AC. I have a fan in here somewhere. That's hot. I'm gonna do carmine yellow under the carmine red. I also usually do the colors in order, but I don't know. Oh, there it is. I never get sick of a good yellow. It's so nice. I think Will's even gonna like using these because they're just so smooth and pigmented. Like I don't really know how you're supposed to work with watercolors, but I feel like I pick up so much pigment. Like you do the lighter colors first in watercolor, and then like slowly start darkening it. But sometimes I don't feel like doing that, and I just want a really like vibrant section, and I have to pick up so much color. Which one was that? 201. I can't write it yet. If you use a micron on wet stuff, it won't work for like 10 minutes. Cadmium lemon. Really? See, I always heard yellow's like a chipper, like a paint your room yellow if you want to like be happy. I really like color therapy and the idea of it. Like for instance, one thing I think is really interesting is in submarines, like where they need to like relax their mind to like think something through, it's blue light. And the area where they have to like make rash decisions, like really like on the spot, it's red light. I was at somebody's like warehouse where they like jammed and recorded and stuff, and they had lighting like that, and I was like, whoa, do you have the lighting like that, like in submarines? And they had no idea what I was talking about. I used to go to shows all the time. I get boring because like I feel like anything that came out of my mouth, like, oh, damn hipsters, I guess, they just stare at me like really strange. Like I made a whole room go silent once, and my face went like beet red because I was like, oh no way. The ceiling of this other warehouse, it was such a cool like lattice work of angles, and it just looked really strong and secure, and I was just blown away by it. Nobody else was. I think the main use for yellow, well, I think it was actually you that said self-destruction, that said to put yellow over the green and it'll look like it glows. And I've been doing that on like every piece since, specifically the yellow and green, because the pieces I have in mind that I want to make, like there's like almost glowing, like if you were looking into like a portal of a dimension, like that reflection of mystery light. I'm trying to practice that, which is just lighting, and I'm not quite good at it. I don't know where shadows are supposed. Oh. Oh, I think let me do. I know that was. Oh, okay. This yellow ochre is freaking gross. Same thing with this. Raw sienna, my ass. Gnarly sienna. Why do I have this? Maybe I'll put just black there. Weird, really? I had no idea. I mean, I mean, not a single person believes me, but I've struggled with depression my whole life. And it's odd because like I never liked yellow to begin with. Yellow and orange I never liked. Only recently am I since I started adding colors to things, I like it like red, orange, and then a tiny pinch of yellow in the center, because then it looks like something's like glowing in the center and like going out. You see it a lot in like Native American beadwork. Like how do they put those colors together and make them so juicy? Like, and so I've been a little more open-minded with color. I always said plaid is my favorite color, and all my drawings are always in black and white, but I wanted to learn some things. And then I did all those like tests, like color therapy tests, to see what color like you would benefit having in your life. But of course, you answer 50 questions, and at the end of it, pay $19.95 to find out what color. No. Yeah, no. Practice makes progress, and then more practice. Cause like, it's so easy to make a hobby like a pastime, because there's stuff that people like doing. Like, I like video games more than just as much as the next person. But also, I want to have at least some things like I'll probably never sell any like drawings or anything, but just having that as a thing that I could do is made a huge difference. because I live really far from everybody now, and like I live 2 hours from where I grew up and spend 90% of my time. So I don't get out much anyway. And like, it's always been a choice to, you know, be a homebody, but living far, you kind of lose that choice. And it was getting really dreary for a while. And then thankfully I found Gonzalo Lira's YouTube channel, and then I was just like, alright, I gotta get going. Cause God, like about last year, like there were multiple times where I slept like 3-4 days in a row, like without waking up. I don't know what it is. And of course, like anytime I've ever tried to talk to anybody about it, I've always made to feel like it doesn't exist. So I got really good at just like making myself happy. And I'm always alone, like anyway. Like, yeah, I just had to do it for survival, I guess. Because I was like the quintessential depressed kid, and ooh, I should have put that over here. Did a lot of stupid things. Like I still have cigarette burns on my. It is a big old mess, but I don't regret anything, because I think that's why I will connect with so many different people, because I like have been experiencing life at hyper speed my whole life. Like I think that's why I also go through so many phases. Is like kind of like, I don't know. I enjoy learning and expanding and becoming more than just a self, and I like connecting with people. I just I don't know. I was always that person like that, like somebody would hardly talk to or give the time of day, and then they need something, and then like end up like living on my couch and stuff like that, and like I don't know. Then a lot of people, I don't know. A lot of people have a weird perception of me, which I get because I have a strange. I get that I'm slightly different because I can never meet anybody that like girls don't tend to like me for some reason. Like I try to talk to a female, and like that. You know how uncomfortable that is? Like, jeez. Yeah, I think I've just been and I want to say alone, like, my mom is my best friend, always have been, and no shame in that. Like, I almost lost her last year. She was in a coma for 2 months due to whatever went around, because it's the only reason I think, like, of course, like, there's a huge amount of BS in it, but it's just something I can't explain. Like, what the hell happened to her then? And they would have let her freaking croak in there if my dad wasn't a psychopath. I told the nurses that he would make a hole in the wall with their face and make them look at it. That's my dad. Very stressful human being, but I like dead on believe that he's the only reason my mom's alive right now. I mean, I have all the respect in the world for doctors and nurses, but it's kind of like a known thing that the American healthcare is a mess, and they'll just, if you don't have any family members or like insurance, they'll just like croak in there. And it took her over a year to even walk again. Like, it was a nightmare. So that's why like I'll disappear for like a week at a time, because it's when I go to my parents' house. And like for the longest time, like anytime she was walking, like she would freeze and fall over. Like a bunch of really weird, unexpected things like came out about it. And if anybody's pissed, oh god, I can't let myself get into a tangent. Because I already of the belief that, and whenever I said like my grandparents died of natural causes, they're totally like victims of the pharmaceutical company, and I stand by that. I don't see me taking anything unless I absolutely would need to, but. Sometimes just all you gotta do is punch a wall and you'll feel better. Or what I did is could fill a pillowcase with sands, excellent for cheap swords, and smacking with like baseball bats and stuff. Any physical exertion, like I dread garden work, and then I get started, and then like then a few days go by and I feel like physically stronger. It's the craziest thing. And then it turns out my mom was born on Camp Lejeune in North Carolina, or South Carolina. Is it North Carolina or South Carolina? Why am I running a blank on that? Turns out they have freaking cancer water. I mean, of course they do. Like, it's a testing like facility, marine like base. But no, there's like this whole lawsuit. My mom lived there for like 2 years. My grandparents lived there for like 6 years, and I'm really curious as to that. Was this one? All right. Five. I always end up loving the cobalt so much. Oh yeah, no, it was nuts. I'm like, the stress and that, and then my, like, having to get, oh my god, my dad, like, is, I want to get him on film, not live, no, definitely not live, but he's just a freaking insane person. Fisherman, like when I was a kid, he would go out like Thursday and come back like Monday or Tuesday. And the boat that we had, it didn't have a cabin or anything like that. It was just raw dogging it. And then we'd meet him at the shoreline to give him like a new lunchbox and beer, of course. But like I had no idea how spoiled I was when I was a kid, because like I thought everybody ate like that because it was free, other than gas and time. It takes a lot of time to catch anything. But like cobia, oh my god, cobia is my favorite fish, and it's starting to gain some popularity again. It's always been like pretty popular here in Florida, but it's like the size of a tarpon or a permit, and people mistake them for sharks. I don't know how though. I mean, I guess the shadow, but they're huge, and like the entire thing is like filet mignon, like the fattiest, like moistest. Oh, it's so good. I just got paint on my face, I think. You'll find it at some sushi places too. Oh, that blue is really sticking on there. And I think what my mom like ended up maybe POTS syndrome, P-O-T-S. I just happened to be scrolling through like reels or shorts or something like that, and somebody was talking about it, and it sounded pretty similar. And it occurs after like a really strenuous like viral infection. So it matches, and it's just a rare like condition. Like it doesn't occur often, but I think after all the you know the stuff hit the fan, it's gonna start creeping into the mainstream. Because I've never heard of it, and I found a lot of people haven't. Because she doesn't have a diagnosis yet, and if you're like in any form of like medical, whatever, that's all you need is a diagnosis. And without that, like, everything's up in the air. And she has to go back to the hospital so often, and they just like let her go back because they're just like so fucking backwards. Like, people that are, I know people that like go to the hospital for this and that or whatever, like, but to treat everybody like they're there for fun, I get really upset, and then my mouth is really hard to keep closed. Pisses me off. Oh god, I'm reliving all this. I'm sitting here, I didn't even think about the colors. This is a beautiful color. I don't know what it's called. Turquoise blue. I have it like when I go and I tell a story, like I'll relive the entire thing. A good friend of mine just passed, God, like a week or two ago. His mom did the D-rugs, and, you know, he was just a good son, like, didn't want to not talk to his mom, even though a lot of people advised him, like, just at least stay away from her. He was getting really good at surfing, like, he's my best friend's nephew, which is pretty much, like, his brother's son, known him my whole life, and, like, where it's not gonna be the same without him. I was getting really into surfing, and, like, Paul was gonna help him get to, like, South America and the islands to get some real waves, and, he had like, a cavity or something, and his tooth hurt, like, mind you, he just didn't drink or, like, you know, this, but nothing else. It's just, you know, his life as a surfboard and, like, chilling with his bros, and I would run into him, like, every freaking day, because he's just a picture, like, worth a picture. Anyway, it was getting, like, the pain was getting unbearable, so he asked his mom for, like, you know, ibuprofen or something. She didn't have that, and gave him who knows what, and probably had that Fent shit in it, and gone. It was so random. When I went to message my friend the other day, like, to see if she still wanted any of my vintage clothes, and her Facebook says, in memory of, I cannot believe it. I got a list in my notebook, because I was losing track with how many people were. I'm really forgetful, like, I'll be devastated, and then the next week, like, go back and be like, oh, I should see if she still wants those clothes. It's just maddening. Just getting to that age where the world is really big, and yeah. They made a documentary about a high school friend, because how horrific it was. Murder, and just, I think also Florida is so freaking hot. Real, what is that called? Something to the real, like balls deep or whatever. That I feel like people, just like if you grew up in, like, what's that place, like the suicide capital of the world? Oh shit, I can't say that. Seattle. Like, I'm sure a lot of people there, like, have a lot of loss, because it's like comes with the territory. But he was, oh, really? Cannot believe that shit. Like, it was literally something that you would see on Forensic Files or something. And that's another time I was just gonna message to see if he wanted to, like, go out, because we all went to the same school, and wanted to, you know, do a group outing. I've been 3 times, actually. My other friend accidentally blanked himself. He's a hitchhiker, just, like, super, like, crust punk but hippie, like, at the same time. I've known him since middle school. And I try to keep track of people, and, like, I'm not the type of person that, like, I could meet somebody once and I'm not gonna forget about them. If I think of them, I'll message them, and I'm like, why the hell are you messaging me? But, like, remember that band that you told me to listen to that one time I saw you at a bus stop? No. I just wanted to thank you for that. My cousin was moidoid the day before I was supposed to meet him. I was texting him, or not texting him, calling him, it was a while ago, and talking about how he has all these, like, childhood toys that he's gonna pass down to me and stuff, and that he's gonna go surfing and go to do some target practice with his friend. And yeah, that was the end of that. I think too, everybody has, like, these stories, because life is literally tragic all the time, so it's to be expected. And yeah, that's what I'm really into, that whole, like, you never know what somebody's going through, so be really nice to them. I think that's why I talk to so many strangers, because like, you know, like, even if I don't like somebody's shoes, I'm gonna tell them I like their shoes. It's just like, they'll remember that you've bettered somebody's day, and it cost nothing to do it. I really like that. And yeah, literally, like, like, once there's these 2 dudes, like, on the brink of, like, a huge fist fight. Like, they were about to really mess each other up. So I just, like, walked, like, a safe distance and just yelled string cheese. And then they both just stopped, like, what they were doing, and there was no fight that ensued. Like, I yelled it at them so they know, like, I was, like, communicating with them. Sometimes you just need, like, a thing to happen to, like, I don't know. I like it. Oops. I don't know how I won so many contests when I was a kid for coloring inside the lines, because I can't at all. After this, I want to watch a thing on colors. I'm really blown away by yellow and depression. I had no idea. I really want to. Ooh, God, that is horrible. I want to look up other colors and, like, is yellow like that for people, like, just in the US, or is it, like, a worldwide thing? Like, is it a brain thing, or, like, because, like, red here would signify love, but in, like, China it signifies money, because their money is, like, pink, red, and I could be wrong with the thing, but I just know that it's money and like, the red envelopes, and yeah, I really don't, yeah. Because I used to like reading my grandma's decorating magazines because it would be all stuff like that. Oh, this color. What the hell am I gonna use that for? Probably like, you know, nature scenes. But I mean, it's not so bad when you get it smoothed out, but like that sienna one was horrible. This paintbrush, though, I will say is night and day difference. Makeup brushes, if you're gonna get into painting and you don't want to like, because there's like all different paintbrushes, and when you get good ones, you pay like per brush, and they can be really expensive, so you can only get like one or two. And instead of doing all that, makeup brushes, like they're so soft, they're cheap as hell, and you can get them just about everywhere. And even if you like the Warhammer things, if you ever wanted to make like your own figurine or like modify one or paint one, makeup brushes. Like you see the girls, they do like the cat eye and like all those really fine lines on skin. They just night and day difference. I always tried using crappy paintbrushes and wondered why like everything looks like crap. Because even you can use even crappy paint and what is this? Sepia. Cool. Oh. The crappy brushes are just awful. And they're really good for some things, just like everything. I mean, I won't throw any away, and I'll still pick them up when they're on sale at a dollar store. But yeah, makeup brushes, and like I don't wear makeup, lipstick doesn't count. But I'll always go to the makeup section now to at least see if there's any brushes on sale, especially those cat eye ones, because I don't have any like super fine brushes, and the fine brushes that I did get, they're just not fine enough for what I want to use them for. And because I have really shaky hands, so I feel like if I use a super thin brush, I'll have less errors, because if I use a regular like fine brush, it doesn't look good. And yeah, like of course that's not gonna be a, yeah, see. I have really shaky hands for some reason. And visual snow, which apparently is neurological, so I'm just straight up afraid to go to get anything checked out, honestly. That black is really impressive. It looks like plastic, like it doesn't look like that's paper. And that's it. That's all the colors that the Russian White Knights comes with, for all the way from St. Petersburg. Really high quality. And usually like 70 to 80 bucks for a pack of them, but I got them for 30. Because if you see something on eBay, just watch the item first, and within a few days, 9 times out of 10, the seller will send you an offer. And that's how I get to put offers on listings that don't have offers, because you can make a counter offer. And hi Elijah. Yeah, that's my dad. That's my dad. And that was actually removed from where was it removed? I think it was removed from YouTube. Like, it wasn't just age restricted. Might have been Instagram, but yep. I think his skin is too much like sweet potato color that it is, yeah. He's definitely hysterical. It's just, he's an Aries. That's why I'm definitely easy to convince things too, but there's definitely something to the zodiac, because like I'm a Sagittarius, the most philosophical and like superior sign, which is very fitting. So there's that, and then there's Aries, angry, like short-tempered, but like could get stuff done, And that's my dad all the way. My mom's definitely a Taurus. And it even said, like, in the Zodiac book that Taurus love popcorn, and it's my mom's favorite snack. Yes, I've been convinced by many psychics also. I used to have a lot of, like, Romanian women approach me, which I never mind. I always have... I remember once I was in Ross, and there was all these Romanian women. I know they're Romanian because I asked, and I'm really into cultures and learning little things here and there. And, they're all gorgeous, pitch black hair, really dark eyes, just like dressed really like a lot of detail and stuff like that. They smell like a dang dispensary. Holy crap. And so one approached me and I started talking. So then now I guess they know like that I'm like willing to give them a second. And so this one until I had 4 or 5 Romanian women surrounding me, and every one that came up, it was getting danker and danker. The smell, I couldn't believe it. It was in the middle of a Ross or something. I didn't have any money to give them, but usually like one lady I threw $10. It was all I had. I couldn't get coffee. I would have given her the rest, but I wouldn't be able to get the bus. I chronically am always down to pocket change. This is, I'm like allergic to money. As soon as I gotta either give it away or get craft supplies. I'm starting to save up for an RV though, so I've really relaxed on eBay. I think it's because I live so far from everything also, and I'm using it as like a coping mechanism to feel like because I'm like addicted to yard sales and thrift stores, and like I went to go, whoa, it's a pencil sharpener in this thing, huh. But I went from going to those every single day, like scoring like $300 pieces for 25 cents to nada. And not much vintage at these yard sales, but like the coolest and like most beautiful antiques I've ever seen. Like, let me grab it real quick because I gotta get coffee anyway. I'll be right back. Why? There's no like fireplaces in Florida. I mean there are, but I always wanted one of these. I love stuff with hearts on it. I don't know, I'm not like the girliest human, but I love me some hearts. I love me some floral prints and bright colors now. But it's got heart on it. That's because it has to be like 100 years old. It's pillows. And there was something else. Oh, I don't get the coffee. That's what's it. Something else. I love this. She also sent me, so anybody who knows me personally knows not to throw anything away and to either send me a message or just schlep it over. And she also does beading, Kathy does. So she had a little niche going. Any jewelry she didn't think she could use the stuff for, or she just came across, she threw it together and sent it to me with the paintbrushes. And this is exactly how I like to get my supplies. Like, I can't get no better than this. And like, for instance, look at all the Swarovski crystals that, oh my god. I don't have anything with real moonstone on it, and there's just like a pair of sterling moonstone earrings just casually in here. A few sterling pieces. Oh, I hear the pig. What? Another sterling. Oh, I can fix that. Oh yeah. What? Some amber earrings and they're sterling? No way. Thank you, Kathy. That's insane. Like, I was just gonna say, like how many, whoa, and it's totally good to go. What? Oh. And it's got sterling, these things. What? That is dope. Like, look how many Swarovskis it comes with. It's like a little bag is like $5 online, even on eBay. Wow. Wow. I like these shell drops. Well, usually, I love broken jewelry. That's what I thrive on, and usually when I get stuff, none of it's like wearable as is, but this stuff is absolutely perfect. Got a ton of shell drops, and then some real shell beads. I am so excited. And like stuff like this I absolutely love. Somebody made this, and it's just so random, idiosyncratic little creation. I love it. That goes. I have this little special spot of like little things that have been handmade by others. Ooh. My mommy's gonna like that one a lot. I can't believe these earrings are insane. All of them. That's all sterling. Oh my god. Thank you, Kathy. Sterling's going up. Sterling's one of my favorite metals. I used to have quite a good stash of, like, any penny before 1983, I think it is, I keep it because it's worth more than a penny in copper. And, I mean, I think it's after, I think it's 1983, some year in the 80s, and after that, there's zinc. The copper's just the, cover. And, it's quite a lot of copper in a penny. That's intense. That's made my day. I cannot believe these. And this came the same time as the paints came, which I had no good paintbrushes to use with them. Wild. Well, another unboxing done. Now I can actually use them. Where is... I need a bag to put them in. Okay. I don't even know what to work on now. Oh, I see a pig. I'm just out of control excited. I've never had any real moonstone stuff. And I see why there's like almost a cult following for it, because there's this and then their labradorite. It looks like butterfly wings, like, you know those blue butterflies? Oh, it's insane that something can mess with light like that. when I'm a zillionaire, I'm going to have like this house that has all stuff that interacts with light. How sweet would that be? Like everything has some form of interaction with light. Because even Mother of Pearl had like, I don't know. I really like natural surfaces and materials to begin with, and more emeralds. They grow in this way like flowers, and I forgot what they're called, but they're one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And pyrite is I think my favorite crystal, and or whatever it is. It grows in cubes, and to see cubes in nature is already like really, really interesting. I'm so excited. Thank you, Kathy, again. And those paintbrushes were more than enjoyable. I'm gonna make a little video on this though. And yeah, thank you all for stopping by for this. Probably a short one, but I gotta finally make a trek to the supermarket because we're out of water. And it gets really dark really fast out here, so try to do that before the sun is anywhere near down. Or just like by the time you get back, you're like exhausted from. This is really nice. See, and like these are handmade, but I never really thought of using a big jump ring to connect a bunch of different directions. So I always learn something new by just looking at something handmade. And these are. I'm going to be making. I'm in a jewelry mood again. Like I need to refill my shop with some fresher stuff, and I stopped making stuff because I have so much made that, like, I could kind of see, like, all that stuff over there is ready to go, and all this stuff is ready to go, my favorite pieces, but, I had it all organized until, oops, hello, I brought it to a local farm. I had a shop there and in Oregon, but I need to make new stuff and like start new ventures with that, and keep the website fresh and thriving. And one thing that I want to say though, if you have a mismatched earring like this, it's really easy to bend this and then use these to make a circle, and then you have a pendant. It's sterling, and it'll make a really nice strong bail. Any mismatch like earrings, that's exactly what I do with them. It's so hot in here. Alright, and I haven't eaten yet. I've bad habit. Wake up, drink coffee, have some pizza rolls. That's why I don't even believe. I eat a lot of meat and eggs, and like I have a pretty simple diet. That doesn't mean that I don't appreciate a good pizza roll or freaking 10 all the time. I don't know what it is. There's something about them. Same thing with Vienna sausages. I love them. Like, I really genuinely love them. And liverwurst. I think that's why I like Vienna sausages so much, because it reminds me of that. I have, I don't know. I have like a boomer diet or something, which I don't even like using that term, but that age group, like mayonnaise, eggs, bread, like you can do so much with that, and meat and meat, potatoes. I've tried to do fancy things a lot, but the most enjoyable and like fulfilling meals turn out to be the simplest, and you know, doesn't make too much of a mess. We use the same cast iron pan every night, and yeah. And I think as you do get older, you start falling, like you start figuring out what works for you personally, and then that's how habits form. Yeah. And Japanese food. I really like one of my favorite things to make is, I love Spam too. Spam, oh my god, I could eat that every day. But it's just sushi rice, and you form it into like a square, and then you put Spam on it, and then you just use a piece of seaweed to hold it together. It's one of my favorite snacks ever. And I'm just like, A, like you can't go wrong with Japanese food, and B, like when you have the like I used to make my own dashi and everything for tempura, when you have that, like, those few ingredients, you can make so much with it. And, like really, really good, healthy, simple food. And like Fresh Market, if you have one of those near you, they have the sushi grade tuna, and it's really cheap compared to like trying to get some tuna sashimi at a sushi restaurant. And my god, that's something else I could eat every day. I really genuinely do like food, and I just need more of a schedule, like wake up, eat, and then do stuff, not wake up, do stuff, and then eat, because while I'm doing this stuff I can't like hardly focus, and still figuring out how to, you know, be a human. Yeah, I never liked mayonnaise at all, and I think the reason why I don't like liver, like, I wish I did because of all the iron and stuff, but, liverwurst, it's just kind of like a meat pate. And I think if I didn't grow up on it, I probably would be really grossed out by it. But like in my lunchbox was Vienna sausages, any like those like meat pate type things, and like that's my parents' go-to snack still to this day. And they use Miracle Whip though, and I grew up on Miracle Whip, and I think that's why I never liked mayonnaise. But I recently made the switch to mayonnaise. You know, like cornbread muffins, they come in like a Jiffy mix. They come out like sawdust, and for me, so I added a big scoop of mayonnaise. You don't taste it, and I feel like if I told Will there was mayonnaise in it, he wouldn't have tried it. But it made them so moist, and like, because mayonnaise is just egg and oil, and tried to make it myself once. It was horrible. It was one of the worst things I've ever smelled, tasted, and looked at. But I even put them in the chocolate cupcakes, and it made them way moister. Like, you could put Greek yogurt, sour cream, or mayonnaise into like baked goods, and it changes them. But yeah, no, I don't think I would like liverwurst if I didn't grow up on it. Like, it took Will a long time to try liverwurst, but now he loves it, because I think we view food as like almost strictly utilitarian. Like, why eat, like, obviously I love my pizza rolls and stuff like that, but as far as meals, try to stay away from pasta and stuff like that, because we have to do so much in a day to keep things going and like keep the plants alive, that I'm the type of person that eats and falls asleep right after, and so the beef just like and we don't like have massive steaks at night. Like, we split one, we cook it in the same cast iron pan as every single day, and split it, and that keeps us full. It keeps us from snacking. Have some cheese on the side, and it ends up being way cheaper eating like that than it is to constantly have to plan meals and stuff like that. Like, I tried to make fried chicken the other week. It came out alright, but the amount of like work, unless you're like, let's make fried chicken, like make it an activity or something, it was so much work, and like all the oil that I could use it for bonfires and stuff like that, but I think I'm gonna stick to this diet for a while. It's just so much easier. Or fish, baked fish, and it ends up being cheaper. It's just like avoiding all the like snack foods and stuff like that. And yeah, it's good to have microwavable meals and stuff like that, but they're so expensive compared to like just getting something simple, and just the something simple and basics. Because you can do so much with it. And make it like I don't know, really nourishing feeling. Like Jordan Peterson's, I said Peterson friends, I always call him Jordan Maxwell. My two favorite Jordans. Jordan Maxwell, rest in peace. Yeah, I like cried like a baby when that happened, because I had this biggest dream that I was gonna somehow get to Sarasota. He lived in Florida, and like meet him. and like ask him as many questions as I could, but that'll never happen. Just like I will never get to see Aretha Franklin live. Bastards. Is Brian Wilson still alive? He better be, because I wanted to see Smile so bad. Oh. Yay! He's 80. Brian Wilson is the man. Screw you, Bobby Love, or whatever your name is. That's even your real name. Twat. Boring ass twat. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna eat and all that, and go to Publix. I have actually more, this bead bracelet that I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna do it on live, but after I eat and all that. Where's that thing I mean? Using those seed beads, and I found this one pattern that looks, it's a really nice, like, kind of almost like Eastern European looking bracelet, and the weave is so easy to do. Like, this was really easy, because see, from here, maybe I'll go through these to that top bead and I'll come out, and then I'll add like 3 beads to go into that little nook, and then just keep going. I'm really like enamored by this, because if you drop it, none of the beads come undone. It's something you could throw in your bag and just work on, and or a Tupperware with extra beads. And oh shoot, I think I lost my only beading needle. Crisis! Oh no. I have other ones, but I don't even see them. Shoot. No, but I do like this kind. These needles are really worth having. It's just a tiny piece of wire, and the whole thing is a loop, so you can put any size, anything in it. And like stuff like that, I feel like everybody should have these. Whoa, why did this turn on? Oh. My phone is bugging out, so when I get a phone call, it blacks out the screen, and I can't get control back of the screen until they hang up, so I can't hang up or anything like that. Crap. Okay, so I have a crisis. I have to find this needle, and I know if I start moving stuff, I'm going to make an absolute ass out of myself, because when I move things, things fall, and sometimes it doesn't really make a difference, and sometimes it... Jenga. I need to get more shelves, because I just need everything accessible at all times, like as if it's like a surgical room or something. I used to kill so much time like having to prepare an area, like get all the things that I think I'd need, and then when I get to a certain point, oh, I don't have bead caps. I have no idea where they are. So I'm trying to be a lot more efficient, streamline, factory. My overall goal is to have a massive warehouse and have I have a lot of goals like this. And there's like sections for everything. And you know those like 1960s skates that you put on your shoes? Get those, and then I can just like, you know, skate around and have the whole place live 24/7. It'll be a voyeur like warehouse. There was yes, Needle in a Haystack. It's my favorite game apparently because I play it all of the time. And I'm at a loss though where those needles are. And it's the smallest dang needle. It's the thinnest needle because it goes through these tiny beads. And on there. And I have a tube of them, but those aren't in here either. 'Cause crap. Well, thank y'all for chilling with me for a little bit, and I'll be back. This is my life now, and I am not complaining. This has changed my outlook on everything, like, tenfold. Like I said, I mean, it's, yeah, you know, it's deeply beneficial. And the few friends that I do have, I live too far, apparently, so they won't come out, ever. And, like, my friend that I really want to hang out with is also a hermit and a homebody, and two hermits that don't like to leave their house trying to hang out is one of the funniest things I've ever experienced. Because anybody I've ever, like, been friends with, they're all, like, social butterflies or, like, constantly want to be somewhere. And I rarely meet anybody who's just content, like, with chilling home. And that's why I do like the internet, because it's so much easier to find people that you'll actually, like, have something in common with or be able to talk to. Because in the real world, you just have what your surroundings. And I'm blasting my world back open, and this time inviting other people, because it does get boring doing everything. I was born an only child, raised an only child. I was the only, like, goth kids with very, very little friends, and never worked and made projects with people. So what I'm trying to do now is get some recording stuff, so I can have people send me even just, like, hitting a desk, and try to make some beats, and collect a bunch of sounds, and have Will help me get some rhythms going, because I'm not rhythmatic at all, but he is naturally rhythmatic. And he'll be playing the organ, he doesn't know any chords or else in it. And some people just have that naturally. That's why everybody should try an instrument, because you never know if you got that and everything else. Just that you don't even want to be in. It's just, I don't know. Nobody knows why we're here. Might as well make it really fun and just get a kick out of everything. And, like, sometimes when I would be bored, I would just go out and, like, or, like, call places and tell Nestle how much I love their water. Hey Nestle, I've been drinking this water since I was a kid. My name is Roxanne, that's Roxanne, and I just wanted to tell you, thanks for keeping our springs clean, and just, you know what I mean? I know how to have a good time. I used to be a cold caller, I was a recruiter, and Roxanne was my favorite, and Lola. Lola is, I don't want to explain that one. It's not the right time yet. The climate is too hostile, but I would. Thank y'all so much again. And like Green Jean says here on YouTube and eattheweeds.com, he's Eat the Weeds on YouTube, toodles. And check him out. He documents edible and medicinal herbs that you can find just about everywhere, because they're considered weeds, and that just means they'll grow anywhere and everywhere, even in concrete, the sides of walls, in woods, and especially if there's no cars going by or anything. Like, there's this one that I've been looking for years now, called Stacus floridana, Florida Betsney. The roots, they look like larvae, but they're crunchy, you could pickle them, and like, a friend said somebody asked her to clear out a bunch, so it has to be out here. So it's like a radish or a daikon in taste, but does that look like larvae? I love them. Imagine, like, pickled those for Halloween. I used to like doing Halloween, like, feasts, so my favorite is maggot balls, which are just meatballs with rice in them, and of course those mummies with the jalapenos and the cream cheese. I only really had a Halloween party once, and it went well, and yeah, and God, that just brought up a flood of memories from that day. I never really think about it because it was like my aunt's last day alive. Last day alive. Bye. Thank you. Oh, fucking emotions.